level of, see, I'm a guy that fights. And I can say this, like, you know, I fought everybody. Jay's a good opponent. I can't beat him yet. Pause. And I'm not trying to beat him. I'm just protecting myself from the things he's tried to do. But he has resources. He got a lot. But these other guys, they don't fight like that. They're not used to that. And you know, I'll go head up anytime. I do it all day. He's fun to fight. Pause.
When the loudest voice in hip-hop suddenly acknowledges that the opposing viewpoint was correct all along, it can sometimes be the biggest shock. Dame Dash took a seat and spoke candidly for a while. In addition to acknowledging that Jay-Z was truly conducting business the proper way, he went over and beyond to honor Memphis Bleek for a level of loyalty that few in the industry can even fathom. And that's the reason this clip is so dense, because you already know that Dame Dash is speaking from years of success and failure at the greatest level of hip-hop when he discusses business, treachery, loyalty, and success. Let's examine why this particular moment is significant in more detail now. Dame talked about more than simply money. He discussed trust, loyalty, and what it means to support someone when the entire business is against them. He states unequivocally that Bleek has never betrayed Jay-Z, changed sides, or sought influence when things became unstable. And you realize how uncommon that is in hip-hop, where egos, rivalry, and money ruin everything, if you truly understand this culture. Here's the twist though. Dame acknowledged that perhaps he had previously underestimated Bleek while presenting him with his flowers. He went so far as to say that he ought to have appointed him vice president. Now consider that. The man who created entire empires, Dame Dash, acknowledged that he didn't realize how strong a person's allegiance was until it was too late. It is more than simply a soundbite. That serves as a pattern for how trust, power, and business actually operate. Before I play this tape for you all, I would appreciate it if you could like it, subscribe, and share your comments in the comment box below. Let's begin.
Fought all of them. I caught some stitches, but f all that. I would not be able to live with myself if somebody punched me in my face. And when I asked my cousin why he let True Life punch him in his face, he said, I wasn't getting paid this day, and he didn't swing back. So I wasn't fighting for someone that's not fighting for themselves. And he's warned that we are different kinds of people. You'd rather get punched in your face and not swing back in the moment. It's not even a thought. And then I'm like, he hanging out with Steve Stout. And I remember when I smacked the shit out of Steve Stout, he did not swing back. So he should be in that crew. They're the not poor swing back crew when they get punched and smacked. I'm not in that crew. This is because you f***ed with my kids. This is why I'm saying the truth. I'm not holding you down no more. Pause. So you could never think that you're going to fight a man that fights is going to be the man that has already let niggas punch him in the face and he did not swing back. And of course you're going to click up with the nigga I smacked in the face that didn't swing back. You guys are brothers now. That's your crew. Go get money with them. Do that. But now you know what you do, what happens when you f with the Godfather. If there was a movie that if he was a character and paid in full, he was a character and paid in full. He's Rico, right? Right now, that would be a Rico move. This thing f***ing with my kid. That was crazy. But he's not Rico, he's Rico Suave now. So when y'all say, good job, Rico, call him Rico Suave. That's what I would do. Cause see, there's like a level of, see, I'm a guy that fights. And I can say this, like, you know, I fought everybody. Jay's a good opponent. I can't beat him yet. Pause. And I'm not trying to beat him, I'm just protecting myself from the things he's tried to do. But he has resources. He got a lot. But these other guys, they don't fight like that. They're not used to that. And you know, I'll go head up anytime. I do it all day. He's fun to fight. Pause. This dude, he's never been in a real one, with a real one. Never. This is what I do. I fight Lior. I fight Steve Stout. You know, my ex-wife's lawyers were Trump's lawyers. I went head up with them. The same way. Shapiro, I talk to him like he's my son. Trust me on that. This nigga was talking for Rockefeller. How the f you gonna talk about a company that I started? Get the f out of here. Ask him. I went to war with real warriors that beat other people, but they're not beating me. We went to court. We had to call it. You know, it was a dismissal, or we settled. Like, you know, they didn't win. I was able to sell I won that, actually. I won. We went to court and I won to me because I was allowed to sell my interests, and they said I couldn't. And if you remember, they accused me of trying to sell something I couldn't and saying it was the whole thing. That was a lie, but it's all fair in love and war. Through this, I want to say this, and I hate to have to say this, but I am a gentleman. A real warrior respects real warriors and real things. They really do. So, just even with Cam, I do think I made a mistake. Bleek, I got a lot of respect for Bleek now because I realize his strength. I'm not saying he's the smartest light in the room. That's not his superpower. It's his loyalty. You can't say nothing about that man's big homie. And every time he's seen me, he's been a gentleman. Every time. And he's been the only one that took a call and talked to me. But the loyalty, he's been I'm thinking, damn, maybe I should have made him the vice president. That's where I f***ed up. I didn't see his strength. It takes time to show loyalty. I'm talking about this nigga, because the reason why I'm saying he's not, because he will not let you say a word, even if homie's dead wrong. He'll say some stupid shit, but that's what you're supposed to do. And I see how hard he's working, despite the fact I don't think that Jay takes care of him at all. And he's still out there. I gotta respect that, man. And he will never say nothing bad about his big homie. So I want to give a cosign to Bleek, and I hope that any way I can help him get money, it doesn't mean I want to hang out with him or his crew. Cause I be seeing Cam asking that stupid like, you know, I'm not trying to I don't want to hang out with niggas. I don't mind hanging out with Bleek because he's funny, but he's loyal. And that's what it's like now I was like, damn, I thought like I got Cam, he got Bleek. Damn, and I thought that was way stronger, but look. So yeah, anyway, I can help him, and I think everyone should support him, and everybody should do his interview. Any way I can help your show, let me know. You know, he's a gentleman. I can't, and a real warrior will do that. Doesn't mean I f with y'all, but I respect that, and if your big homie taught you that, good teaching, bro, because look at this. Now, what you gotta remember is I've always said I don't trust dudes. In the Bible, the closest person to Jesus killed them. And it always happens that your best friend is the person you've given the most to hates you the most for some reason. I saw it happen with Jay. But you think I'm gonna let that shit happen twice? Once I saw them hip smacks, I started to prepare. So God keeps doing that because it keeps working. That trick keeps working. But I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be prepared. And that's why, again, I don't know what they did or what they gonna do, and I don't care. You know, Cam had Fendi call me yesterday, FaceTime, because he found out, he didn't know I'm the chairman of Revolt right now, but I think he knew I had a show coming, and he wanted to be the executive producer. First of all, Fendi, no disrespect, but he don't have a mustache. So I said, Fendi, I don't trust niggas that don't have a mustache, especially dark-skinned niggas without a mustache. From Brooklyn. But also, Cam plays too much. Like, I'm not doing this trick booking and all that. But I'll talk to him later in person. Really, he should come on the dock, pause, and go for a ride with me on my boat on the lake. That's what he should do. I'll talk to him. I'm gonna go get a boat so we can talk.
Dame Dash's most impactful statement throughout the entire discussion has nothing to do with money or business. It has to do with loyalty. When you give it some serious thought, that's what sets the victors of this game apart from everyone else. Funds come and go. Agreements are made and then broken. But what truly endures is loyalty. After acknowledging that Jay-Z was correct about business, Dame went back and handed Memphis Bleek his flowers. That's uncommon though, as Dame only gives compliments when he truly feels them. Bleek stood tall, never spoke poorly of his big friend, and deserved respect, according to him. That has some significance. In this instance, in my opinion, it demonstrates how much hip-hop has developed. All we ever witnessed back then were the mayhem, the repercussions, the egos, and the financial disputes. However, one of the most prominent voices of that time is now genuinely stating, yo, I might have been wrong. Jay was actually properly conducting business. That's growth now. Additionally, it's significant because it teaches the next generation that sometimes the argument isn't about who spoke louder. It all comes down to who created something durable. Conversely, I don't believe that Dame was raising the white flag in this instance. This was Dame being herself, unadulterated, shrewd, and vigilant. He himself said it. When loyalty is put to the test, those who flip are typically the closest. That is experience, not resentment. He has seen it occur once before, and he will not allow it to happen again. His statements are powerful because they are based on wounds that are still visible, and this is what I value most about the entire situation. It wasn't made into a sympathy party by the Dame. He didn't sit there and point the finger at Bleek, Jay, or even the game. He gave credit where credit was due after acknowledging the past and admitting what was true. That seems like true accountability to me. This is a male saying, I might not like how everything turned out, but I can recognize who played the role the right way. And that is practically unheard of in this sector. It serves as a reminder to Jay-Z that his method of conducting business, quiet, strategic, and occasionally aloof, was more than just ego. It had structure. The goal was to create something that would endure outside of the drama. And additionally, this is confirmation from Memphis Bleek. Because of his relationship with Jay-Z, Bleek has always been despised by the public, but he has remained devoted and reliable, and now even Dame Dash is praising him. That speaks volumes about his character. Therefore, it doesn't matter who won or lost in the end. It's about realizing that the true currency of hip-hop is strategy and loyalty, because how you carried yourself and who you stood by are what remain after the money and the headlines go. The fact that Dame Dash can openly acknowledge that Jay-Z was correct about business while applauding Bleek's loyalty shows that there is still a code of respect beneath all those scars, even though he may never again hang out with Jay-Z. Let me ask you this then. Do you believe that people's perceptions of their fallout will change if Dame Dash eventually acknowledges that Jay-Z was correct about business? Is Memphis Bleek the most devoted soldier in the history of hip-hop, or does the crown belong to someone else? Please share your thoughts with me in the comments area below. Additionally, be sure to subscribe and like.